11:45, August 22nd. Don't know where Turtle's at. Last night he didn't make it to camp. He stopped a mile before where I stopped. I thought he might have passed me this morning while I was waiting for him because I fell asleep and took a little nap. But I ran into a group of 5 fishermen and they hadn't seen him, so there's no way he was faster than them. And he didn't get out before them, so I guess he's still behind me. I've got another less than 2 miles now, I think, to the Cirque Tower Junction. And that's probably part of them right there that you're seeing in the background. Should be interesting. See you, bye. Turtle finally caught up after I waited 2.5 hours. And this is the start of the Cirque de Towers. So, heading for Isolated Lake. Not isolated, Solitude Lake. And we're gonna stop there for the night. But here's the view. Not too shabby. Sorry about that last video clip. I forget that the software doesn't auto-rotate. Anyway, I might try to rotate it. I might forget. It's starting to look like a dead end here. We follow this creek to a lake. And we keep following the creek even further up. So we'll see which way we go. There's a deer on the trail. She knows I'm here. She doesn't seem to be too concerned. There are a lot of people out in this section though. So they probably do get to see a lot of people. This is Billy's Lake. Next is Barren Lake. And here's a shot of Barren Lake. Continues around the corner there, as does the trail to get out of this bowl. Gotta go up and over. This is the rest of Barren Lake. Curves around to where I showed you before. And then the exit for this place. Actually, there's another lake up here, Texas Lake, around the corner here, I think. And then, not sure where we climb out. This is Texas Lake, last in this particular chain. And that is the climb out. I put on my trekking poles. Climbs come in 5 classes, 1 through 5. I know 4 requires ropes. I don't know about 5. That's true mountaineering. This looks like a class of kiss my ass. I gotta go up that, and it's all loose stuff, but better up than down. Just past a hiker that came through from that way. Says the other side's a whole lot better. So hopefully I don't die. See you on the other side. So here's what I'm looking at, this boulder field. And this is just to get to the base over there. You can see the trail right there. And then it disappears and goes up. All of that right there. Fun, fun. Okay, the easy part is done. Now for the fun part. It is 4:52. See how long this takes. So here I am sitting up at the top. It is now 5:35. So that was 52 minus, or 8 plus 35 is 43 minutes to go. 0.3 miles. Just sitting here waiting for Turtle to come around the corner there. When he sees this, he's gonna shit kittens. Large kittens, probably even cats, not kittens. And it's gonna be, I don't know, 25, 30 mile hike back to the road so that he can hitch around or some shit, because I really doubt he's coming up this. Especially tonight. He's got another 3 hours of daylight. I don't know how far back he is, but it's going to take him at least twice as long to come up this as it did me, I think, if he even tries it. His level of sketch is much lower than mine. It wasn't all that sketchy, but it was hard. It was easier coming up the rocks than it was the actual path itself, just because the path is loose little rocks and dirt that you can slip and slide on, whereas the boulders actually stay put and you can grab a hold of them. And it was hand and foot. It wasn't hands and knees, but trekking poles are kind of pointless coming up this. Anywho, we'll see what happens. I'm going to give them until 6 to come around that corner maybe. Oh wait, no, that's 22 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to sit here that long. But we'll see what happens. See you, bye. I also forgot to mention that in 47.8 miles up over this little climb here, I got brand new shoes waiting for me. Luckily, I didn't need them to survive this. Anywho, it's almost 6 o'clock, no sign of Turtle yet, so I think I'm gonna mosey on. We couldn't really talk to each other from this distance anyway. It's a long way down to that corner. That's the corner I'm talking about. It's a little blurry because it's focusing on the rock in the foreground, but that's all the way down to the lake. So that's a half-mile shout, ignoring the wind. There's no way he'd be able to hear me anyway. I just wanted him to see me up here. Might give his confidence a little boost so that he'd come up as well. But actually seeing whether he does or not. He's still around the corner somewhere. Who knows where? I'm mosey on. Well, that ain't much of a sign after doing all that. There's the view from the top. So now I need to go back down. Should be fun. Well, how about that? Some glacier ice. Well, I guess it's not really glacier, but there ain't no way in hell I'm going across that, especially looking at this. That's a whole lot of nope going around. Even all the way up here, we have these flowers growing. How about that? A better view of the back side. I like all the flowers. Purple ones down there. Not sure how I get out of here, but probably over that. But that's a problem for another day, I think. Somewhere down here there's supposed to be a lake. Oh wait, there's another saddle I gotta go over. Yeah, there's the trail there. I can see it in the dirt there. Zigzagging up over that. So I gotta go over that still. And that is secluded lake. Don't know if I'm gonna go down there or not. Don't see much for flat spots for camping. Trail goes off this way. Not sure what's down that way. Looks like some good stuff down here. So maybe I'll skip secluded lake and somewhere on that creek so I have water in the morning. I hear some thunder, so might be a good idea to get some dinner cooked and get ready to jump in the tent in case I have to in a quick whiz. And that should be sunset over there. These clouds don't ruin it. I gobbled down dinner pretty quick so I could get in the tent as it was starting to rain. Hopefully Turtle's somewhere safe, not halfway up that scramble. It'd be a bad place to be, especially with lightning around. As you can see, Turtle made it over the pass last night. That's the pass we got to go back up over to get out of here, I think.
There's still one more.
No, this is the 600-foot one. So here's a view from almost at the top of the pass. It's not too bad of a view. Jackass Pass. Not so much misnamed as misplaced. It should be on Texas Pass, because whoever the jackass was that put the trail there needs a swift kick in the ass. Another view of the view. That's what the Tetons are all about, is the views. Sorry, not the Tetons, although they were supposed to be views too. This is the Cirque du Towers. And who would have thunk it? Another lake. Not sure if that's Arrowhead Lake or just a little pond. But Arrowhead Lake is either this or up ahead. Another view for you back at home. Lots more rock. Lots of rock scrambles. Had another one this morning. Wasn't quite as bad as the one yesterday, but wasn't easy either. More view. Some more granite peaks. I guess that's granite anyway. Another pass to climb. And more rock. Here's a view of the upper part of Miller Lake, I guess. Actually, I take that back. This is Temple Lake. With the little peninsula, little isthmus in between two bodies of water there. Not sure where the trail goes to get out of here. That's kind of concerning. I hope it's not another rock scramble through that saddle, but I bet it is. Not sure. Could take us around that way, but there's no U-turn on the trail map. Oh well, guess we'll find out. It is another rock scramble. This one is a half-mile long, only, quote-unquote, 1,800 feet per mile. So this one is not quite as steep as the Texas Pass, but it is longer. This is not going to be fun either. So I made it up and over another pass. Now I got to go all the way down there somewhere. There's another lake. And no emergency braking lane for the trucks. There's the trail there zigzagging down the mountain, down to the lake. If you happen to fly over the Rockies, take a look out the window. Some poor hiker's probably walking around in that shit. Tip your cup to them. Give him a toast. Turtle likes taking his time going over passes. This is 2 nights in a row that he's come in with rain. Only this time he's done himself one better. It's actually hailing. That is hail sitting on top of my tent.